Quiet, please. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to the final day of the 43rd Ryder Cup. This is match number 1, a singles match between the European team represented by Rory McIlroy against the United States of America team represented by Xander Schauffele. First on the tee, representing Europe, Rory McIlroy.
He has not had his game so far this week. He needs to find something out there today. An interesting choice, Nicholas, to put McIlroy out first.
It's still Rory McIlroy. We all know what he's capable of. Now it's a matter of delivering when you're playing out first.
Well, that's a pretty good start right there.
Now on the tee, representing the United States of America, Xander Schauffele.
The Olympic gold medalist is given the responsibility of leading out the United States.
It's been pretty handy in the red, white and blue this year.
The referee for this match is Brad Gregory. Good luck, gentlemen.
Two excellent drives at this opening hole. There's a little bit of breeze out there, but conditions a little kinder than they have been over the first couple of days.
Well, both of them stepped straight up right with the first shot of the day. And I think from the American side, the captain has to say virtually the same thing. You know, we're way up. Don't get complacent. You've got to go out there and win this. These guys aren't going to lay down. And every last man, no matter where you're starting, needs to go out there and play your match as hard as you can, like we're down, and we absolutely have to have this. Same message on both sides, really.
Yeah, Padraig Harrington has said almost take the team situation out of it. Just go and concentrate on your match and winning your point. A couple of crackers there at the first hole. Some of the longest we've seen this week. The longest drives on this opening hole, the BMW driving stats. And there you go, McIlroy has just moved into top spot. Anthony Wall's going to be following this top match. Anthony, impressive start.
Yeah, thank you, Dom. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. It's a proper crowd around this first hole. There's 40-odd thousand around here waiting. Two amazing tee shots. I mean, the throat of the green is on the angle is probably no more than 10 yards. So to thread the eye of the needle is pretty impressive. I have to say, I think Xander Schauffele's probably got the easier shot. He can get the putter on it. McIlroy's got quite a good lie, but obviously just chipping down the green up and over the slope downwind. Not that easy to judge first hole.
You got the chomper on today, Anthony, or are you in shirt sleeves out there?
No, it's pretty. Yeah, we've had a good sleep. We're on a little bit later, so it's just the one round. I'll be moving around, no doubt, during the day, but shirt sleeves. And yesterday it was waterproofs and a jumper, and the day before was a couple of jackets. But overall, the weather's been pretty good. The wind's pretty much similar. It's quite strong. It's at least a club, and it's a very similar direction. So the course will play very similar for the players, which will help them mentally, because there's a lot of pressure out here early on for these guys, just trying to play into the day. Match play is always a hard thing to try and sort of compute how the other person is playing and how you're feeling. Now down the hill, actually pretty straight this one for Schauffele. It's very quick early on, then it sort of goes up the hill, and then it will definitely quicken towards the end. So tough ones to judge for both players.
He's just been putting so beautifully this week. Such a reliable player from tee to green, but with the flat stick in hand.
So let's head down to the first green. And this birdie putt for Rory McIlroy.
And as Nicholas said, this is absolute must-make. Yes, it's the first green. You've got to put a marker down early. Two amazing players. You don't want to get left behind because they are very, very unforgiving, these two.
Well, there you go. We haven't seen too much of that this week. It is an opening birdie for McIlroy.
And that's the tone he needs to set in that position.
Subdued reaction after the make. Interesting.
Well, you remember when he got so heated in that wonderful front nine battle with Patrick Reed?
I was
he
covering.
said, that took too much out of me. I realized you need to conserve a little bit of energy with the emotions.
Interesting. I was covering that match. Straightforward putt for Schauffele. It was a great atmosphere out there, I'll say that. Ooh, that was a bad push there. That was a very poor putt. Even the gold medalist shows nerves.
Very surprising from Schauffele indeed. Wasn't expecting that.
First blood to the Europeans. They head off to the par 5 second. A little bit of blue on the board already, exactly what Harrington would have hoped.
McIlroy is a momentum player. We talk about momentum a lot. You don't want to give him momentum. Make him earn his momentum.
I agree, Jay. A full of confidence Rory McIlroy becomes the Rory McIlroy that we all know and we all love. And Patrick Kenley taking a couple of deep breaths out the first, so that's how tense this atmosphere is.
Up ahead, McIlroy at the second.
Is that going to hold on to the left-hand side?
That's what he needs. Birdie at the first. A couple of good drives, build that momentum. Because he does get a little down on himself. He's not one to fake his emotions on a golf course. He's buoyant when he's playing well. But his side are going to need to see that, even if things aren't necessarily going his way today. Schauffele's turn now.
That's also moving a little bit from right to left. Finds the left cut.
And even players who've faced the intense pressure of winning major championships talk about the extra pressure of being on that tee.
Yeah, both players in reasonable shape at the second hole. McIlroy just in the edge of the fairway. Schauffele might have a pretty good lie here because, Anthony, it's in the rough. It will chase up a little bit.
I like that black pole right of the pin, the way it's moving in. All right.
255, just sitting down a fraction, so he's going to have to go digging for this a little. A wonderful final day pin, but there is room to find it. Pitching somewhere around the front. Just guard against short siding yourself here. McIlroy in the fairway, as we know. So it's game on already.
Sit. Sit down. Sit. Sit.
That'll be a tricky one for Xander Schauffele, who's just hit it past the midsection of that green on the right. Short side himself.
Over to 2, McIlroy.
Rory McIlroy with a long iron. Trying to work it from the right. And it's absolutely perfect. The start that Rory McIlroy was hoping. Couldn't have done this any better, actually.
Yeah, a real thick sort of grainy lie sitting across him. Difficult to really control this one. This could easily flip past the pin.
It's actually a good shot there, I think, Nicholas. I mean, you have to get it on the green. You have to give yourself a putt. You can't play too cute.
Let's go to McIlroy to win the hole at the second and go 2 up through 2.
This for eagle. Oh, that just snapped hard on him.
Schauffele for birdie to put a bit of pressure on McIlroy.
Little right to left.
That's a big putt from Xander Schauffele. Pretty spicy up and down from that right-hand side of the green, actually.
McIlroy key putt here. A little left to right.
So he stays 1 up. Schauffele will be relieved, though, won't he? It was a terrific putt to tie the hole. Little bit of blue there for Rory McIlroy. Cantlay and Lowry in the fairway at the second, and Scheffler and Rahm also in pretty good shape. 3 matches underway, still 9 to come on this final day of the 43rd Ryder Cup from wonderful Whistling Straits.
But this shouldn't be any more than 7 iron.
Tell from the finish there, it was a little bit of a hold off anti-left shot using the slope, and that is a beautiful shot right there. Can't ask for anything more than that. Got it close to the hole and took trouble out of play.
Over to 3. Schauffele's response.
Buoyed by that wonderful birdie putt of the second. McIlroy's in there pretty tight, looking good already. Needs to reply, Schauffele here.
The right thing to do, just pitched it a bit too far to get the same bounce that Rory McIlroy did.
This is for a half for Schauffele at the third. Seems to have settled down after the poor putt at the opening hole. McIlroy remains 1 up in the top match. To the 4th, McIlroy. Long par 4.
Guys are going to be able to go a lot further down that fairway on 4 today. This is where they were hitting their tee shots on practice rounds. Didn't see that the first 2 days.
Schauffele's response to McIlroy at 4.
Just over that little bunker you can see just on the front of the fairway. This is leaking. That is a long way right of his target. Sounds like he's going to get away with it.
Looks like Schauffele's gotten a little bit lucky here at the 4th. Reasonable lie. Long shot in. Didn't get it over the brow of the hill.
Yeah, that was always going to be very difficult with the ball that much above your feet.
Up to 4, McIlroy.
Yeah, 144 for Rory McIlroy. This pin certainly suits him here. He can just turn it in from right to left.
To 4, Schauffele.
Tough stance there. Hitting on the downslope as well. That's a pretty darn good result from where he was. He's got probably about 12, 13 feet. But let's not forget, this is all due to the errant drive that caused the second shot to go in the bunker.
This is the 4th green. Well, he haven't seen McIlroy putt, Anthony, so what's the story?
Yeah, McIlroy had a beautiful putt from sort of 40 feet, just a couple of inches to the right, so he's picked up. So Xander Schauffele's got quite a nasty one down the hill for a half. On another day, Rory McIlroy could easily be 3 or 4 up. He's missed a couple of good chances, really short chances, are inside 10 feet. Xander Schauffele, for me, doesn't seem to be that happy out here. I think he seems a little bit inside himself. Maybe he's got the weight of the whole Ryder Cup on his shoulders going out first. It's quite interesting. Very quiet. McIlroy seems to be hopping along quite happily and seems happy with his game. So it's interesting. This is a big putt, really. You don't want to go too down. And he's not really left himself that easy one. It's just come up a bit of a step, a bit of a level. So this is quite a difficult one. It's certainly a dead weighter, no question about it.
So Rory McIlroy moves 2 up in the top match.
Yeah, something we don't talk enough about is the responsibility of leading the pack. It's a very, very big responsibility.
Oh, you hit it. Shake it left. Get wet, get wet.
Well, he did eventually end up in the water, didn't he?
Pick it up, Xander.
You could see how much that club face got tangled in that long grass.
You can see Rory McIlroy's ball on the green. Remember, he found the water, had to take a drop. Schauffele's third. Up to the 5th. Well, what have you made of all this, Anthony?
I'm a bit stunned. It's classic match play, classic McIlroy. I mean, he really didn't have a shot from where he was on the bank. It was sideways or chip it 50 yards forward. And he took quite a big swing at it and just flipped it straight in the water, which was always going to happen. Schauffele still doesn't look on form. He's pitched it pretty poorly, about 20-foot pass, wasn't really taking it on. And McIlroy's played a wonderful recovery. He's got a good sort of just outside right 15-footer, possibly for a half if we see a miss here. So it's all happening. It's really in the balance. McIlroy, as I say, should be, a good 3 up, I think, at least. Could be all square in a couple of minutes. He's got an old hole about 6 feet in front of him. Use that almost as a goalpost, so it's a good chance for a birdie 4 after a pretty average pitch for Schauffele here.
So that is given. He's got his part. McIlroy will have to hole to tie the hole and remain 2 up.
He looks a lot more stressed, Schauffele, than what he was the first 2 days.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Definitely.
When you go out first, you've never done it before. There's a big mission also for the Americans. It's a very, very, very difficult thing to do.
Graham McDowell watching this game. He'll be trying to coax this putt in to tie the hole after second in the water.
Yeah, as I say, this is massive. Keep himself moving forward. Schauffele's definitely let him in slightly. After building a good lead, pretty harsh to throw one away. Massive.
What a par from McIlroy, having taken a visit to the water. What a blow for Schauffele. Well, I don't see a Bryson ball on the green there, so he may be in trouble. Let's go to 6, McIlroy.
And striding up to the tee, buoyed by that unbelievable par 5. Just a 3-wood helping breeze off the left. It's a must fairway find here, and McIlroy just keep his advantage, keep pushing.
Leaking right, I suspect, from the body language. Just a little bit short as well. That's not a good spot.
Correct. And with this, you can go a little more left on those 2 holes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
BMW
I'll show you this.
driving stats.
So on those 2 poles you're looking at, it's only 260.
There you go.
Okay. So
Seven,
really got it covered.
9 holes
Right.
on the par 4s and 5s have been won by the player,
That far right pole.
hitting it further off the tee.
And a more hard-working player than the natural McIlroy, but he grinds so well, he's never going to be out of this match, so McIlroy needs to be careful. It's a really hard fairway to find this. It's pretty straight all the way, but bunkers left and right. You really do have to pick the club and execute. Also, it's a no gimme to find this fairway, even though it is only a short par 4. They can get pretty close to it if they can carry that corner.
Left! Left!
Well, that could be real trouble down there for Schauffele. Schauffele, who was pulled his tee shot here at number 6. What's the story, Anthony?
A big miss. He's hit it into the red penalty area, into the bushes, so it's taken unplayable. He's got no choice but to drop it on the path. He's got 85 yards, completely blind up and over the ridge, so he'll do incredibly well to make 4, I would imagine. Got plenty of green to play with, but it's not an easy shot, being that it's totally blind over the brow.
So 70? No, 75, but that's with 18, so 20, so you're looking at 77, 76, 60 minimum land.
Trying to create a picture in his mind of what's ahead of him.
I think what's ahead of him is a new wedge coming off this hard path. Rocks, it's just always difficult to know exactly how the ball's going to come out of this. You can see he's trying to go toe down very close to that ball. Try to get the full contact.
Going to nip it nicely. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous from Schauffele. To McIlroy at the 6th.
Can't see any of the green here. It's all lie dependent, not much green to work with. That's a very good shot from there. Very good.
A lot of movement on that 5th green now, back into this game.
Makes a change that it's not Rahm in the water on that 5th hole. He's had 3 visits there already. Let's go to Schauffele for the par putt at 6.
Yeah, trying up and down of the year. Pretty welcoming, 7 feet.
He does to Rory at 6 what Rory did to
McIlroy for the win at the 6th.
And probably a harder putt, even though it's probably a foot nearer than Xander Schauffele's, but well, this will silence the crowd. To be fair, a good tee shot on the upslope. Wasn't a great line, played a really good pitch to here. A little bit unlucky not to get any spin, so another key putt in McIlroy's early stages of his day. Not a whole lot in this.
Wow, that was a real save from Schauffele. You know how people talk about first world problems? With enough games on the course now, they don't all go on my scoring terminal. I now have to scroll. That's a first world problem.
Final day singles, but Europe now up in 3 matches, and they are 2 up in 2 of them. First look at the par 3 7th, Anthony.
Yeah, just backed off it, McIlroy. Flat calm out here now underneath this ridge. This hole won't play any easier. Pin's pretty central, just up and over a little ridge. 217 today, so in between 6 and 7. I'll probably go with just a nice, comfy 6, I would imagine.
Go right.
Just a little helping breeze, the RBC wind graphics. McIlroy doesn't like it.
That's a straight pull for McIlroy. Still a big target, I find.
Yeah, a little bit of a man, maybe not full of confidence. It is a hole, as you well know, Nicholas, you just got to hit the shot. There's no bailout. Both sides are pretty much bogey country. Now needs to steady himself down. Not seen many good shots so far from Xander.
That'll do. Safely on board. McIlroy away in the left rough.
Up to 7 with McIlroy.
Could see that stance there. McIlroy trying to work every bit of the slope to get decent contact, but that's a very quick one from the left-hand side of the green on 7.
This to win the hole for Xander Schauffele at 7. 2 putts might be good enough. McIlroy a long par putt to come.
Pretty good.
And that suggests he's going to see the next one in from Schauffele.
And as he should.
Back to 1 down, Xander Schauffele.
He's only 1 down. He really has not played well. And he won that hole with a par.
McIlroy at the 8th. I believe Xander's already hit Anthony.
Yeah, he has. He's trying to match Xander up the fairway. Just trying to hug the left side. It's actually quite firm, this fairway. It's the first one I've really noticed the difference this week.
Just creeps its way down to the right in the first cut of rough. No real harm. Up ahead to the 8th green with Rory McIlroy.
A putt for a win. Ali, a little bit unlucky, Xander Schauffele. A beautiful shot in it, just stuck on the front. Left himself a really nasty little putt to try and hold. But that was conceded, so this is a good chance. Yes, he's on the fringe, but there's not an awful lot of movement in it. Can be quite aggressive as well. Once it hits the green, it's uphill.
McIlroy with this little one. The camera angle might foreshorten. It looks pretty short. I mean, this looks like it should be given to me. I'm not the most generous guy in the world. And that should have been given. That was pretty close.
Very generous with your time, Jay.
I'm not generous with short putts. Let me tell you what. You got your name on your back. Show me you can make it.
So McIlroy heads to the 9th still with a 1-up advantage. Go to the second shot of Schauffele at 9. Just creeps off that left edge. McIlroy's with a second to come. Just a little further up, further to the left.
And that went against the second cut of rough. That's going to be a wicked chip shot there. We can see McIlroy's tee shot in the left rough.
I'd say you'd have to be a bit careful from that angle there.
142 yards left.
This is about getting club face on ball, controlling the distance. And just got away from him a little bit. He's got a better lie relative to the amount of green he has to work with than Schauffele has, that's for sure.
So back down past the 9th green is Rory McIlroy.
That's almost fine from Rory McIlroy. It looked like wasn't the best of lies at the back there. Never easy to judge, right, especially coming down a green.
It's at 9, Xander Schauffele.
And we noticed where the ball is lying from Schauffele, and he manages that very tricky lie unbelievably well.
This to have the hole at 9.
That's a good putt from Rory. Needs to keep making those. Goes onto the back 9, 1 up against Xander Schauffele.
So up ahead to 10, and the match of Rory McIlroy and Xander Schauffele and Anthony Wall.
Yeah, he wisely just played back McIlroy. Give himself a better angle and a little bit more green to play with. He's just actually right next to the drain cover, but he's got a nice flat lie, loads of green, a little bit of helping breeze. So quite an easy shot. Can he get his blow in first? That's the key here. Xander Schauffele's on the upslope, good lie. It's a pretty simple shot after hitting driver all the way up on the edge of the green. And there's a board left of this green, and it's not the best reading for Europe. Number of tied games. McIlroy had a good look at that. So clearly he knows the importance of his first game. So looking to get this under the hole pretty tight, I would imagine. It's pretty simple.
Yeah, really good shot there. Can't see the putting surface where you're pitching it to.
And McIlroy just getting into a slow trot just to go and mark his ball behind the hole. Doesn't want any balls nudging it on the way past for his playing partner. Totally in the rules, but that's what you do in match play. It's against the man now. Pretty simple up the hill from a good lie, fluffy lie. So this will run out. Can he be brave enough and get it all the way? That's the only trouble.
Pretty good shot. He was chasing up the hill to have a look at it. It was right on line. Make many mistakes.
It's been bogey, bogey, par for Hovland. He's lost the last 3 straight.
Yeah, I wasn't surprised to see Schauffele just come up a little short. It's never easy because you know the ball's going to run out coming out of that fringe. This is pretty straightforward up the hill. It's probably the easier of the two, even though he's just a foot or so further away. And this is classic match play. Get yours in first and look into the eyes of your opponent and just stride away.
That coming from Anthony Wall, who's a pretty cagey match player. He's has a match play title to his name.
That miss is going to free Rory McIlroy up with his opportunity. Not a bad place to spend your afternoon. Getting a free look at some of the world's best players along this Lake Michigan shoreline.
Golden chance. McIlroy really gave him one back. Really needs to stamp his authority on this match. This is no question here for the taking. Schauffele definitely isn't playing his best. He's definitely got the weight of the world on his shoulders. No question about that for me. He's not been anywhere near his gold medal best. Now, big putt, just a fraction down the hill.
In it goes. The lead goes back to 2 up. And how important it is for Rory McIlroy to keep it, to keep that blue on the leaderboard and not relinquish that lead.
To Rory McIlroy on the par 4 11th, 461 yards of it.
And it plays a little bit shorter than the actual yardage. Ball lands on a downslope and kicks forward and to the right. And uphill second shot. Most of the time you can't see the putting surface. Perfect for McIlroy.
That's why that little shelf goes down. If you can find the left part, it'll give you a better angle to the pin today. Three wood for Schauffele. The way they hit down on these woods now, pop it up.
McIlroy's second.
And the door is open. Xander Schauffele's in the right-hand bunker. He's short-sided himself. Now McIlroy just looking down the left. So important just to find the putting surface. It will spin right if he pitches it left to the pin.
Oh, don't keep going. Shouldn't have the speed to do so. There is a very sharp drop-off. It's so finely cut.
Back over to the 11th and the top match. Anthony.
Yeah, McIlroy sort of not played the best of shots. It spun all the way to the front, as we saw. Xander Schauffele's in the bunker, and I actually don't think he's got much at all. He's got one of those drain covers with the grass sort of over it, and really he's got no access to the back of the ball and a very, very high lip. It's McIlroy up first, so if he can get his dead, I think the pressure's really on the American.
Rory taking his time. There's the projected score for you at the moment. That's as things stand on the leaderboard as they are. The United States, if all the matches were to finish right now, 17-11 victory for them. There's a long way to go yet, though.
Yeah, he's a little bit out of shape here, no question. He's had a good look at his opponent's ball. He knows the situation. Spot on here. This is a nasty one to judge, up and over the hill. Seeing his ball has certainly boosted his confidence here. He knows exactly what he needs to do.
Not dead.
He would have liked a little less than that.
Still, Schauffele just trying to work this one out in his own mind.
Yeah, you can always tell when a player's struggling. He starts looking around, looking for some divine intervention. And then the caddy comes in. He actually doesn't have anything at all. I think he's got to go sideways.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only access I have behind the ball. Is kind of where he was putting from.
The lip's a good 8 feet.
Guys, what's that?
And it's only
the
about
only
4
spot
feet
I
in
have.
front of him.
The thing is, like, if we're right here, we can't, I mean, we'd have to hug that edge. So, do you feel like you can kind of get it even up into there, or no? I mean, I'm going to try. I feel like that would give us a better putt at it than having to, you know, if it rolls down to this color here, we're going to have to almost chip it. All right.
We saw the make percentage. If he is aiming for where McIlroy was, it was only 5% from down there.
Yeah, as good as he can do. He's given himself an angle.
You don't see shots like that too often. The maintenance of the bunkers is meant to be all by the elements, essentially. The greenkeepers barely go past near them here.
And we saw from the McIlroy putt, as you said a moment ago, Dom, this is only a 5% make. That's a good effort from right there. But, you know, he was out of position, drove it in the fairway, and played a poor second shot in a bunker that you know you can't go in.
So McIlroy still with a par putt to come.
It's pretty level. It's probably just a foot or so more than he wanted, but it really wasn't that easy from down at the front of the green. I think he'd be pretty happy. He won't be panicking here, I don't think. And the examination paper's pretty clear. Roll it on and skip to the next. Because quite frankly, with a 9-iron in your hand, it is a bit of a gift. And considering his second shot wasn't great, it's almost like a 2-hole swing, really. Because it could have easily gone the other way if his ball spun off the green.
And Rory McIlroy does move 3 up in that top match over Schauffele. Well, he's doing his part. That's what he was sent out there to do by Padraig Harrington. Steve Stricker was very clear that he wanted the fans, whilst being on the US side, obviously, to be respectful of the European players.
Yes, it's not about being quiet. It's just about clapping good shots, you know, and understandably they'll clap slightly louder, but it's been pretty quiet for the Europeans, almost going the other way at times. But having said that, great to have them here. Great to see crowds back, Anthony, as Rory McIlroy shapes up his tee shot here. at the 12th.
Yeah, it's incredible, isn't it? 153. Such a small section as we've seen all week here. Helping breeze. There's no bailout. It's either bunker or stone, left and right. Got to hit the shot once more on these fabulous par threes.
The back left rough. They are such a collection of par threes. Pete Dye has used the coastline to his advantage, crammed as many holes as he can, 4 of them being par threes along the shoreline. Time for Xander Schauffele now.
That was just the wrong bat. Pitched over the green. Distinct helping breeze, mostly off the left, but there's no question it's coming from probably about 7 o'clock on a club face, so it's help on a clock face. It is definitely helping.
Just a little right.
And there's quite a step in this green, about 5 yards short of the pin, and maybe that just influenced McIlroy slightly. Schauffele got here. Looks really only a wedge, no more. I'd say it's playing at least a dozen downhill down breeze. It's the early 140s.
Another mistake, I'm afraid, from Xander Schauffele.
McIlroy on the 12th. The green. It's a good effort. A little bit of problems here for Rory.
McIlroy and Schauffele. Rory's in for his 3 first.
Well, I'm not sure what's happened to him, but much better stuff out there today from Rory McIlroy after what's been a really poor week where he seemed to struggle with his game, Thomas.
Yeah, he got off. I mean, he got off to a wonderful start. The first, I think, actually, Xander Schauffele missing that putt on the first kind of settled Rory down a little bit more than anything. And you know, in Ryder Cups, when you've had such a great Ryder Cup as Xander's had, you know, getting into the singles is so different. You don't have your partner, and you use a lot of energy, and it can just be a little bit unsettling early on. And when you play against somebody like Rory, he takes advantage of it. He gets his tail up, and then he's difficult to beat.
Up to 13, and Rory McIlroy second.
Yeah, blind shot here, but it's only a gap wedge or something like that. Coming over that mound down on the green, that's going to release from the rough. Is it going to hang on? Yeah, lovely shot. Excellent from Rory McIlroy. Different kind of guy today. He really is.
The reply from Schauffele.
This time from the perfect position. There is a little bit of a ridge just to the left of this pin you can use to feed it down. Right about there.
McIlroy will probably feel he needs to hold this one at 13 with Schauffele in close.
Tricky pot, that one. There's a lot of break. So Xander Schauffele has a good chance.
So Schauffele to win this hole and reduce the deficit.
The second made it simple for him. And it leads back to 2.
With a little more blue on that leaderboard, but remember, they need a whole lot more than that. The Europeans need 9 points. They need to reach 14 points, tie the Ryder Cup, and they would retain the trophy. It is a huge, huge ask, especially from here to 14. And McIlroy's second to this par 4 from 135 yards.
Tricky pin to get to. And you'll see why he's done a really good job there, helped almost by the fact he was in the rough. Missed the fairway left in the fairway trap, Xander Schauffele. And this is tricky. If he gets this within 20 feet of that pin, he's done exceptionally well.
He's done exceptionally well then. Match number 1. Rory McIlroy for birdie on 14. You see the marker there behind the hole, which is opponent Xander Schauffele. So pretty much from the same kind of distance. Rory's putt should be a little bit easier up the hill. There you go.
The first sign of emotion from Rory McIlroy.
Well, his twin was here the first 2 days. This is the real one.
His twin with a slightly different handicap. He is playing like the former world #1 today. Making some noise. He's made more birdies today than he has in all of the other days combined.
So, Schauffele for the tie.
Yeah, first real emotion. He's incredibly focused. McIlroy making eye contact with nobody but Harry Diamond. This one's actually not that difficult for a half for Xander Schauffele. Incredible bunker shot from 100 yards up and over the pin and behind the pin, more importantly, because putting back is this slightly easier putt. But all of a sudden the hole has just got a little smaller.
There's a lot of work going into this one, isn't there?
It's such a huge putt, isn't it? He's just won the last. To get back into it, he'll feel mentally, and with not only about an hour of golf left for this group, you don't want to give it back straight away. It's quite a quiet part of the course, 14, far end of Whistling Straits.
One time, Xander!
So immediately McIlroy back to 3 up and only 4 holes to go in that top match.
McIlroy driving on 15. Seen how fast some of these guys have been going down that hole. Left. He's missed all the trouble. Wonder what's down there near that TV tower.
Up to 15 with Schauffele.
Early tee pickup for Xander. Straight down the middle.
Been pretty lucky, McIlroy. He's managed to get a drop from the TV tower. Pretty much picks his lie. Nice and clean. Bit of a downslope, 165. Xander Schauffele's missed it comfortably right from 202. He's really nestled him underneath the crowd. There is a bit of breeze helping him. He just needs to be careful here. He won't be able to feel a thing. There's a wall of probably 10 deep behind him. All taking pictures and videos. Just got to find the putting surface.
That was very unfortunate there. A lot of spin on that ball, and it spins back against the colour that none of us like to see. Got a lot of spin out of the rough there, McIlroy.
Yeah, it's a new world of the mobile phone. Look at that. Every single one of them had one out filming it.
Terrible here for Xander Schauffele. Third shot.
It's actually pretty good from where it was. So a shot you try on a Tuesday on a practice round, but not happy to see when you have it coming down when it matters.
This one's tough. This up against the collar. If he was going to hold it, he would win the match. Pretty decent effort from there.
It's done well, yeah. It's not a great lie.
fall down this for Xander Schauffele for his part. And that is going to leave Rory McIlroy with a putt to win the match. So this Rory McIlroy for a 4-3 victory.
Just a bit firm on that line, Rory. Still has a little one to tie the hole now. And go to 16, the par 5. With 3 up, though.
They're not sure where to look right now. Is this to tie the hole? So he's 3 up with 3 to play.
Look at that. All those top matches, apart from Rory McIlroy, are going red. 2 up, 4 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. It's going the Americans' way.
'16, Rory McIlroy up ahead.
Come on, boys. Smoke them if you got them. We got this thing.
Bit right for Rory, in the rough. Just a matter of finding a lie.
Xander Schauffele at 16.
And again, Schauffele down the middle. With Rory a bit right this time. Par 5 coming up, 16th hole.
It's a par 5, a par 3, and a par 4 finish. And what a 3-hole stretch it is. There you have it over on the left-hand side, the first 6 matches. 5 going the way of the USA. Just bookending with European blue right now, with McIlroy and Fitzpatrick.
Rory McIlroy from about 250 yards. Long iron. Managed to find the lie from the right rough. And that's on a great line. She's going to finish a bit shy. It's a really good shot from McIlroy, who's 3 up.
And on in 2 at the par 5.
And 235 for Xander Schauffele. Trying to find the putting surface. Try and get inside Rory McIlroy's amazing iron shot.
Gets a bit more out of it. Schauffele. Still a long way away for his eagle 3. What a great try from Rory McIlroy. He's just cozying it down next to the hole.
So this is an eagle putt to win the hole and to keep things going for Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, on a similar line to McIlroy's. It's all or nothing now. One feels down the hill.
It's tracking, but he's left it short. And that means Rory McIlroy puts a point on the board for Europe. Happy for Rory. Going out first, trying to get things done for Europe. Came across Xander Schauffele. Was a bit hesitant early, but McIlroy in control of that game from the first hole.
He gets his first point of the week.
Rory, congratulations on the result, but obviously you're emotional with how difficult this day has been. Just put into words the challenges that you faced playing under these circumstances.
Yeah, I just
Sorry, no, take your time, take your time. I know it's tough. There's a scoreboard behind us, and these are incredibly tough circumstances, especially with Padraig here.
I love being a part of this team. I love my teammates so much, and I should have done more for them this week. I'm glad I put a point on the board for Europe today, but you know, I just can't wait to get another shot at this. It is. It is by far the best experience in golf, and I hope little boys and girls watching this today aspire to play in this event or the Solheim Cup, because there's nothing better than being a part of a team, especially the bond that we have in Europe. And no matter what happens after this, I'm proud of every single one of those players that played this week. I'm proud of our captain, our vice captains. You know, I wish I could have done a little more for the team. I'm glad I got a point on the board today, but you know, it's been a tough week.
Rory, for all those young girls and boys who are watching, you have been and always will be a fantastic role model. Congratulations today on fighting under these tough circumstances.
Thanks, Henny. Thank you.
Rory McIlroy, as you very rarely see him.
To watch another Ryder Cup video, click here and subscribe here.